Welcome to a little bit of advanced setup on the shifts. If you haven't seen the first video, please click down below and watch that one first. Let's look at some advanced features in the shift setup. First thing I'm going to show you is if we're looking at this edit shift details page, we can see our shifts that we've got listed. At the bottom here we've got some buttons, and these are mainly just to show you what the notifications sound like. Let's play the patrol start one. That would tell you the guard to start patrolling. So the RU unit or the stationary guard or the SMU, any of our compatible units that do make the sounds, will tell you. You can set them up, and I'll show you how to do that now. To patrol start, and you can basically see what that looks like over here. But let's go to that setup here. Each of these can be independently used, but before I show you the other options, what we're going to do is look at the notify guard, which we missed on the first video. We can see over here we've got a few options to add to our system. So first one is the guard acknowledges alerts. So what this means is that alert, whenever we send an alert to the guard, for example like patrol start or shift start, the device by the guard will continually make the noise, will continually make the tune until they acknowledge it. And they would acknowledge it by either clocking a point or by downloading the baton. Keep in mind, baton, one of our tag tough batons, can be used as a point. So it can be the first point on their patrol, for example, or you could assign the baton as a user point. So each baton gets assigned to a specific guard. And when it gets downloaded, that counts as that point per se clocked. And this is where you would set that up. So we can acknowledge it or not. So it can just make a noise to notify the guard once, and that's it. Or we can do the acknowledgement. This acknowledgement, by the way, will continue until the max time before first point has been done. So if you enable this, it's best to put in a time here of, let's say, 5 minutes. So we know that will carry on, continually happen until 5 minutes. For example, here I do a patrol start, and then it'll make a patrol start a noise for the first 5 minutes of the patrol or until they acknowledge it. If you do not set this up, I think the default is 2 minutes. Okay, so that's the basic patrol features. Let's just disable that. We don't have to worry about that for now. Let's look at some others. So we've got time between. What this does, what this does over here is will ensure the guard clocks a point every 15 minutes. This is normally only good for the stationary guard or for the sugar blue units. This is for units that send the information live to the server. And if the officer or security officer or guard does not clock their point every 15 minutes in the scenario, it will send an alert to say they did not clock. Just be aware, you don't want to make this too short if you've got poor signal in your area, because then you're going to get lots of false alarms. That's time between. Again, these are all independent. You can use them separately or you can use them together. It all works fine. So if I wanted to use those together, I just have everything set up like that. Then you've got acknowledgement timer, or ACK timer. This works very well on the RU, all our devices that make noise. So what will happen is, in this scenario over here, every 15 minutes, the device, for example, the stationary guard or the RU or the SMU, will make a noise, and the officer needs to acknowledge it with anything, with either clocking a point or downloading a baton. This, by the way, can be manually set up from the control room as well. You can also send one at random intervals. You can see we've got a minimum and maximum. The reason for this is I could, for example, make this 5 to 15 minutes. Now what will happen is the system will send that signal to the guard in a random interval. So it could be 10 minutes, could be 7 minutes, could be 14 minutes. But every so often now, it will send an alert to the guard, make a noise by the guard station. They need to acknowledge it, and then you can see how long it took them to acknowledge that time. That is all we have for today with regards to the advanced shift setup. Any other questions, please feel free to send information to our support line, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.